Hey guys, welcome to a new episode here in the Let's Create series. So I basically kind of did some work off camera and I basically put some buildings in and decorated them because I don't really want to see the point of me doing exactly the same as this all over again. So over here we've got the pizza shop. Over here we've got a herb area, which is basically for teas. We haven't really done this. This is going to be the butchery, which we still got to decorate. And then we've also got the fishing shop. And then finally through here we've got ourselves a spice and sauce shop, a fresh fruit shop, a vegetable shop, and then we've also got rooms for an apartment. The apartment is still under construction because it still needs decorating and it still needs quite a lot of stuff in here. But this space we've got, it's basically two small little apartments in here for people to stay. Nothing too big. Well, that kind of thing. Eventually I'll probably end up building a bigger complex building for apartments, but this is basically what I think. So I didn't really know what to put up here. And I would have added some more floors, but I didn't really know how to separate them, so that was the best option that we had. I didn't want to make them too small either. Then over here is going to be the candy, the library, and then also the toy shop. There's also going to be a delivery area where things will get delivered from here over to here, which I can't wait for. So we're going to be working on basically this pizza place and maybe the tea shop this episode by getting all the crate stuff in. But I've also got one other thing I kind of want to get into, which is just basically a building over there, which I can't wait to show you guys. Before I even get started, I'm going to show you what I've changed in this area. So this area is now linked, this bakery area is now linked into one bigger area, which is quite roomy, and also it has basically a Danish conveyor belt, where we get to make different Danishes for each time and basically sell them. Not a pain in the ass to try and fit in this tiny little thing, but it works it's quite sweet, and I actually really enjoy it. But I really want to work on the pizza. So the pizza is, if we type in pizza, we've got all these bases, and you've got the cooked version as well, which we're going to need to cook anyway. Also got Croptopia as well. All the different types of things we're going to need. Some of this stuff will be produced in a different area and brought over here, but we're basically just going to get the setup for doughs and kind of level what we can actually do. It's basically the plan. So I basically want to bring everything over here, but I kind of want to make some things over here, but some things not, especially on how many things we have in total. Over here we've got quite a lot of different pieces, which I think needs to be done. So first we're going to set up a mixer and get salt dough. Also going to where the hell the mixers? I'm tired. And we also need a basin. Which then we are going to put basically along this edge. There's also a basin. I don't know if we have to cook I feel like we've got to cook it. Yeah, we've got to put a heater underneath it, so we're going to need a blaze. I love the blazes. So that's the tomato sauce. Can we store this tomato sauce? If we can, we could. Oh yeah, we can. So, by this being like this, we could actually just. I think I want to make it quite cool and quite really weird. Because we have like the tanks. We have a spout. We have a mechanic pump. We have this. We just need like an item join. We have conveyor belts. So we do this to this. And we can add a tank full. Just so backup kind of thing, which I think might be a good idea. We kind of want to bring it up by one though, because we've got to put like the extraction tube. I need one more. Or, no, we kind of need it like that. What's the point of having a tank if we can't put it anywhere? Well, I don't think we're going to make that many pieces. So it's nice to have backup tomato sauce. Just in case, kind of thing. Maybe. Do you know what I feel like a good idea is to get extra tomato sauce, but I don't think it's a good idea to put it the way I was going to put it. Because I don't think it's going to be very, very, like, occupied. And also, where the hell is my wrench? I don't... give me a second. Let me just go get all the materials I need for this design, and then I can literally come back afterwards. Hey guys! So I'm going to basically start this episode up from basically where I've just finished basically working around, just because I kind of don't really remember what the hell I did at the beginning. So, hi guys, welcome back to another great New Age episode. Here we are going to be working on getting the pizzeria up and running. So, throughout the events, I did actually record me doing this, but I decided the recording went a bit wacky, let's just say that much, and it was a little bit of a pain. So, basically, we've got like this aisle here, and this is the pizzeria, which we are currently work with, and it looks pretty cool. All the crate stuff's basically going to be up the top, and then over here we have the tea shop, which has all the pumps for all the different types of tea we're going to get. We go down this corridor. We've got a couple of stores we haven't built yet, because I kind of wanted to work on these ones only. And over here we've got the sauces and the basically spices. I'm also storing bags of flour in here as well, because I feel like that'd be a good thing. Over here we have the fresh fruits. Through here we have the vegetable stock. And then through here is basically a little condo, which is basically where you go upstairs, because there's actually room up here. This is going to be like a seating area. This part here is going to be a library. And if we go through here, these are going to be two little apartments for like the people who work in the stores below. We are going to need to build an apartment complex at one point, because I feel like the village definitely needs it, or a tavern. That's basically what the big building is past the pizzeria, next to the shops over there. There's actually a brewery. Might turn that into, might have an extension to that, to the inns, where people can live and stay. But this is like just a little small little thing for this people who work in this general area here. So basically we're going to be working on the pizza. I have done a little bit of automation. Oh yeah, this is the butchery here. Hasn't really been decorated because I really don't know how to decorate it. And then we've got the fishing shop over here, which has a second story. And then I also have a steam engine, because we are going to need a lot of mixers in this area, and it's a pain to get power. So I put a steam engine in it to help, and hopefully that may be able to power everything in this general area. Maybe. But if I go up the ladder, which enters here, this is basically what I've got. So we've got sauces here, which is basically where we drop the tomatoes, or give us the tomato sauce. We've currently got 500 buckets because I put some in here. Over here we've got something making dough. We've got 126, so I think that should be good for now. I'm not going to make too much. And then we've kind of put some pillars to kind of like separate this. And then we're going to have a bunch of mixers along this row making all the different types of foods, which we've got some of the ingredients here to make some of the pizzas. The thing with pizza, we're also going to sauce it up. So we basically got to get the pizza dough, get the tomato sauce, combine it together and make the pizza base, which is basically, if I type in here and put in pizza, we're going to make these. And every single one needs tomato sauce. If you see here. I think a lot of them we can do like a cheese, just a random normal cheese pizza, because I feel like if you just combine it with certain ingredients, it won't take as much. But yeah, this needs raw fish, cheese with cod. So we've got a bunch of different ones, and so we're going to be setting up the automation of the tomato sauce. So I got some shafts here. We've got a thingamajig here. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a depot. We've got the axe. I'm going to put a depot here, and then we are going to bring the sauce and the other stuff together. So, because this is going the right way, this will be really helpful. So let's do this, and then let's bring this to basically here. We can't combine that together because it will go the same way. We really don't want that. And then we're going to bring it all together to basically get the things to pick it up. So actually, to make this a little bit less stressful on the system, we are going to add another depot. I'm going to put it here. We are then going to actually, for our idea to make this a little bit more easier for ourselves, I'm going to grab a vault. It's going to look really funky, but it will work, and it kind of levels up this. I'm just going to do this with this. And then we're going to bring this all the way here, and then we can combine it with this power. We'll get ourselves a belt from our crate backpack, and we do this. Boom. Actually, no, we don't want to do that close, because we're definitely gonna need a depot here to be able to do so. So if I grab the belt again, attach it to this. So the sauce will basically go here, and then we're gonna have some arms attached to it, which is gonna pick up the two doughs, and then we're gonna put that in a crafting terminal, which will be going literally straight in front of it. I don't know if I've got any of those spare crafting things. I don't think I do, sadly. But, meh. And just in case this tomato sauce decides to overlay, I am going to put like a container here. Just so we don't lose any of the items as well. And then we're going to do one funnel here. A brass funnel here. Because I was wondering if we can literally just go with the sauce. We can't, we have to get deployer to put the sauce on. So that's actually not going to really work, is it? Okay. Make a different stretch, because we need the deployer to pick up the tomato sauce, which means we're going to have to level this upwards. So screw that. Yeah, this is basically what I've been trying to figure out for the last few minutes. It's basically trying how to figure out to do this. the depot. Put the depot here. Now we'll grab a hand. Where's the hand? Pretty sure I should have some couple of hands left. Yes, I do. Here's the hand. Oh. There we go. Then that should be able to go into a vault, hopefully. Here. Which then brass funnel there. Which then should hopefully go into the deployer. I don't know if that will work, so to test that theory, we're going to have to set it up. Which means we're going to need power to these two contraptions. Which means... chain drive! I love chain drives. They're so helpful. Can I just do this? Oh. Yeah, okay, that's not going to work with that guy. I've just realised I've got a thing here. Oh, I don't need that guy. Is he going the wrong way? He is going the wrong way for the thing. Yes. So if we actually add a gearbox to this guy, let's do that. Where are my gearboxes? Sometimes I am literally blind for my own good when it comes to this stuff. Ah, there they are. Oh, that's the flywheel. There it is. And okay, so that would do that. Then if we get rid of this and put an extra gearbox, here, this should now go the right way. Nope. I love when this does not work for my own benefit. Ah! I don't want that guy. Stop being annoying. Oh wait, that is going the right way. Aha! Woohoo! Oh my god. I was gonna figure out how to get the depot on the source on here, because I know if we put this on here, it's not gonna go. I didn't really think of that actually. Okay, no, it doesn't dispose it. Okay, so get rid of this. Like 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna get the tomato sauce from here, which we can actually set a belt up to here, maybe. Or is this gonna be blocked by? Yep, that's gonna be blocked. So let's get rid of this deployer. It's trying to hide all the piping on the pipeline. I like to try and keep it all compact in a way, because we're gonna have a... Dude! Penny has to figure out how to... Yeah, that's not gonna work. No, we're definitely gonna need a belt here. That is definitely gonna be key. The only other thing I can do is that you put a fan here, but the downside is it goes into the thing, so I really do not want to do that. Unless... can these bolts be stacked? No. I think this is where storage drawers come in handy. You ready? Storage drawers controller. We put this here. And I want the belt there. I wanted to hit this. Ah! This is literally why the episode's been taking so long. Because I've been working on this for ages. I'm like, why? Okay. You know what? I'll come back to the pizza thing. Because I actually want to give you guys the actual cool thing that I've actually got planned as well. And it involves this thing! Yeah, we've got a train! So I designed a train off camera, and I'm actually really happy with it. So we're actually going to put a quick time lapse in me building the train. So I can't wait you guys to see this. So I'm just going to episode. We have built the train. The downside is we've got to put in all the missing blocks, such as the blocks that didn't get added, which is fun. Yeah, so there's a couple of them that didn't really get added, but it's quite easy. You just gotta go around and just find each one and just go and add them. I feel like I'm missing a couple of grey concrete, so we do need to put that in. I'm missing a couple of cyan concrete. But yeah, you can see what basically it's going to look like. I just got to grab a couple of extra blocks. And then I'll do this part blue. But look at this! We got a train! And it's fully functional as well. Which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm missing some cyan terracotta. We can go underneath. And I'm going to get a way to get in here as well. Because this is not going to work. Meh! Oh, no. Temporary. But yeah, here we are. The vault is broken, so I gotta fix this. How am I doing that? But look at this! We're gonna do the steam train. Which I think we also have to break to put it back in so we can get the boiler. There we go. Yeah, look at the boiler. I love it. I'll go toot toot. But yeah, I gotta get some blocks to basically fix this. So if you want to know how I do that, is basically you've got to find cyan. So cyan is being made by cyan, which is this, which is blue and green. So if I go back to home, which is here, we should have some dyes lying around and gravel. The point we can make a couple of bits and bobs for it. I thought I did. Great. Helpful. Very helpful game. Nut bolts. Nut bolts and crackers. Unless it's at the concrete area. Let's have a look. No, it's not in the concrete. Right. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna go and get the green, the cyan we're gonna need to fix the train, and I'll be back once I've basically built it up. But yeah. Woohoo! We got a train! And I made this random masterpiece. So I kind of took a break trying to figure out how to get this to fucking work. And this is basically what I came up with. It looks like a chaos cycle. Because this is the only way I could think of actually getting the tomato sauce in it that would actually work, that wasn't going to use belts. Because I really don't want to get rid of that speed controller. Because that will let you help you turn things down or not. So... oh, the thing's not using. Stop the fucking thing. You can go back in there. Oh yeah, I've also got to repower this thing again. But I also got to power this depot. That was having problems with the sauce. Okay. Let me do that. How are we gonna power you? Huh. Yeah, it's very ticky. Yes, say this is not easy to make. So if someone can simplify this, that'd be great. Okay. Now let's see if this works. Ready? Pizza! And then... hey! Okay, cool. We now have pizza with tomato sauce. Heck yeah! Don't know how I'm gonna get it out of there. But we'll figure that one out. I mean, I could probably move this backwards. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass to get to this location that needs fuel to actually cook tomato sauce. Oh my god. Everything looks so crazy. I don't think making a pizzeria crate would be this looking difficult. Thanks, Bruce. There we go. Because I'm also going to get to this mixer to put all the ingredients in. It's missing wheat. It's literally the Chaos Dough Maker. I mean, I could technically move this back a bit. So actually, let's grab this. Can I grab this? Good. And then what? If we lose it, we lose it. Grab this. Grab the belt. Pick up this so we don't have to deal with it. Pick up the gearbox. Use that to convert that. Which then we'll bring the depot up to here. The vault can sit right here. That can go there. That can go in. This belt can go across. This underside case can go here. Right, let's see if we put a chain lifting. I guess the same way. Okay. So we only want power to go through to this guy. Oh my god. Hello. We'll use a gearbox here and put another gearbox. Well, that shifts the gears. What about that way? Nope. Nope. Oh wait, we need that. Okay, that works. And then we just do that. Problem solved. It just makes it really difficult to get to that basin on the back. But that works. Oh, that is annoying! Okay, that's not powering anything. What about if we did that? Nope. That means this needs to be swiper side. By doing this, to this, to this, to this. Boom. So much bigger piece though. Get back in there. Is this all I can there we go! Oh my god, that thing was a pain! And there we go! We have a sauce maker. We can still get to this basin. In a way, we have to go over the conveyor belt. We have to jump up here, to jump up there, to put stuff in. But it's compact. And it keeps everything out of the way. Which is helpful. I am not going to do any more pizza today because fucking hell, we are running low on time. But hell, that is a noodle mess of pizza. Oh yeah, before I go actually, I'll show you guys the complete version of the train. Look at it! Ta-da! We did it! I also added a ladder so we can actually get up on the train as well. But look, we got a little train, we got a little choo-choo, we got a barrel here, we can put some coal to get this guy some engine so we can have that. I don't really put the blocks up here. I don't really know what kind of blocks to do. Oh wait. Aha! So we got a lovely little roof. I still gotta fix the top, which I'll end up doing. But I'll say that that is a job well done. Like literally, we have a train, people. We have a train. I am so happy with it. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it's a little bit all over the place because it's been a while since I've recorded an episode, and getting this thing to work in a creative world and get it pasted was a pain, and then the pizza is just a bug noodle mess. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!